Hello, fellas. There we go. Yeah. Hey, thanks for all the kind comments on how I bench 315. That vid went viral for me. I don't get many views, but I was went viral. Thanks for all the comments and subscriptions. It helps out. Yeah. My plan was I had the shorts and I was going to do squats. And then because with the dungarees, there's no way I'm doing squats because of the hernia. It just smashed it, you know. I have what's called a lingual hernia. You can look it up. Anyhow, yeah, one of these days I'll get it fixed. Hopefully, I can get a few more meets in and up my world and state records. I could do them right now in my living room. I'm talking in my living room. I could do them right now if the bench was they were here. You know, that's how the world records I got and state records, I can smoke them right now. But anyhow, but that meet would be in May, I think. That's a long time with this illegal thing. But in any case, I'm just working my way up. This is a way of pyramiding. Few reps, and then I start with the singles. I'm trying to work my form. Trying to keep the form right now. The difference between this and the meet is I'm going to get a handoff. You know, but the technique of doing it yourself, you got to learn that. Like I said, you got to hook your shoulder blades into the bench. But the other thing is the rack has to be at the right height. So after I unrack it, when I'm done doing a heavy lift, even with my arms outstretched, I'm barely getting it back onto the rack. I got to literally push my shoulders forward, which isn't really a good idea for shoulder health, you know. So in other words, if this was in my home gym, I would have the rack that the bench bar is on maybe an inch lower, you know. Anyhow, I was going to say something else. Yeah, so I came in to do the squats, couldn't do the squats. I was still going to do the squats because I had the shorts on. And then I always look at my book to see what's up. And I go, man, I ain't done bench in a week, so here I go. I had to do my bench. So I did 10 minutes of treadmill just to warm my legs. Well, actually, that's when I was going to do squats. And then I look at my book and say, what the heck are you doing? But the treadmill good. It just wakes me up because I'm half asleep. It must be at least 3 in the morning. And then I started my bench. Midway through, in between the bench, I did some pull downs, 160 for 10. And I basically just worked my way up. Now, you notice on some, when I unrack it, my butt comes off the ground. But I make sure my butt comes back and lightly touches the bench. I had a comment that said, oh, he's bent. No, my butt is always on the bench when I lift. It might not appear from this angle. But at the meets, there's a guy standing to the side. You can see him on some of my vids. He's over there looking basically at your butt to see if he can see some daylight between your butt and the bench. That's a red light. That's it. Done. Forget it. So, and I've never gotten a red light for that in bench. So anyway, yeah. Just barely touch. Like these are touch and go benches. I'm not pressing in. I'm not bouncing. I come back and lightly touch my chest. It's just the way I do it. I'm not going to change it because people go, oh, you didn't pause it. Hey, but I do powerlifting. I got to put it on my chest and wait for him to go up. He goes, okay, they unrack it, right? He goes, unrack it. And then he wait, you can't come down. He goes down, then you go down. And then you put it on your chest, and you wait at least a second, and he goes up, and then you go up. And then you still don't, you got to stay in up position until he says rack it, and then they rack it. So, about a month, pretty soon, I'd say maybe 2 weeks, then I want to see how far I can get on the PR. And then I'm going to, oh, this is the 3 already? Am I already on a 3? I mean, yakking away. Yeah, about a month before meet, I start with the pause. Well, this is 315 for 2. So that means I'm good for another, Is this 315 for 2? No, you drug addict. Man, I did 315 for 2 on a short. So that means I knew I was good for a new PR. So here's a new PR. Here's 320. Without a spot, you crazy man. Don't ever do it without a spot. I've been training for this for a long time. I mean, since the 60s, 1960s? I mean, on and off, so. Went up pretty easy. I know I got more in me. Honestly, the goal for February, if I make the tournament, I'm going for a 330. 150 kilograms. All right, then I ended up with leg press because I ain't going to do squats now. Now, when I do leg press, I don't care. You see the guys with 10 plates on each side. I could care less. I put it high so I get my butt and my hamstrings involved. And I only put one plate on there, man. One plate. And then I go for rep. Now, the last time I was at the gym, I did 100 reps. But here I only did, I think, around 70 something. But I go for the burn, man. Your legs need stimulation. You want your legs all day. You can't, you need, if you're going to do this, that's what I do. When I got a leg press, I'm not trying to press nobody. And I ain't going for weight. If I want to go for weight, I'll do deadlifts and I'll do my my squats. This is for burn. So you can burn with this safely. You burn to failure on a squat. What are you going to bail? I don't have any bail here. I just pull in those handles, There's a lower safety too, you know what I mean? So I'm safe. It's a good way to get the burn going. So that's it, fellas. Just another workout. Yeah, I'm old, but, a lot of it's in the mind, fellas. Yeah, there's a lot of genetics involved, but in how I eat and everything else. But a lot of it is in the mind. When I'm alone at night by myself, hey, I know I'm old, but I push it, I keep my mind going. And the weights are great. For psychologically, they're great. It's a battle. I'm in a battle right now. Pain, push. I'm pushing, man. See that? I'm in pain right now. I'm talking to the camera. I don't know if you can hear it. But, yeah. There's more going on. It's not just maybe I got some good genetics. Well, I've always been an athlete. But, yeah. There you go. He's going for, see, I'm going for more. I know I got to get, when you feel it burning, you're ready to throw up, you got at least 10 more reps. That's what you got to do with this machine. Utilize the machine for what it can give you. You can go to failure, you can't even do it no more. You're safe. You don't want to do that on a bench alone. You don't want to do that on a squat. You can get away with it on a deadlift. You just let go and let it bang the floor. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things you can do it on. Okay, so there it is, fellas. All right, lift hard, heavy, fellas. Keep training. Thanks for coming by. I might do a live soon. We'll see what happens. Take care, fellas. Bye-bye. There I am.